Okay, so I just want to talk for a second about something that's been bothering me and that I've brought up more than once, and I keep getting the same consistent responses over and over again, and it just really, really fucking irks me. And it's about self-driving cars. And self-driving cars are the way of the goddamn future, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I cannot wait for it to happen soon enough. It can't happen soon enough. It just can't. And every time I talk about self-driving cars, I inevitably get one of two responses. The first response is, oh, people are gonna forget about how to drive cars. You know, people are gonna the DeSkilling. It's the DeSkilling sort of argument that these self-driving cars are going to lessen people's abilities to drive, and how terrible. Oh my God, it's just so terrible that shitty teenagers aren't going to be able to ruin people's lives by barely paying attention because they're texting and driving at the same time, and that your grandma, man, we're just not gonna. She just won't be able to drive anymore. She's just gonna lose her ability to drive her vehicle at 20 miles an hour on a 50 mile an hour fucking highway. The DeSkilling argument is stupid beyond belief, and the reason for that is because, you could have made that argument at any point in time in the development of technology as it's gone, since the invention of electricity. It's like, oh, calculators. Oh my God, calculators. We were in school and they were just like, you have to learn how to do it without the calculator because you're not going to have a calculator with you all the time, and calculators prevent you from learning how to do math. And no, calculators save you time from doing the bullshit math that you don't feel like having to do, and you get it out of the way and it's done. So the same thing goes for cars. It's like there is nothing noble about knowing how to drive. Nothing noble about it. It's a skill we need right now to operate a vehicle so we can get from point A to point B. But the second the convenience factor comes along with computers and they can do it for us, who gives a shit, right? I mean, no rich person cares, when they're having their chauffeur drive them around from point A to point B, that they're worried about losing the skill of learning how to drive. It's just the most asinine reasoning. Not to mention, you can teach kids to do it. You can teach teenagers to do it. Like, if anything that you can teach a teenager to do is not that hard to learn. People will talk about the de-skilling aspect of driving as if it didn't take you like a month to learn in the summer one year when you were 16 years old and pimply-faced fucking little know-it-all pheromone excreting jerk. It's not that hard to learn. The other common argument that I hear people respond to all the time when I'm talking about how amazing it's going to be that you won't have to watch the road and dodge douchebags who don't know what the hell they're doing is I always get but I love to drive. I love to drive. It's just so relaxing. It's so soothing. And I always get people who say this, and I don't get me wrong, I believe that there are people out there who honestly like to drive, and there are times when I enjoy it, but you get these people who say this, and then you get in the car with them, and they spend most of the time trying to figure out how they're going to be able to text and drive at the same time. They spend so much time on their fucking phone that, do you really like driving? Or do you just like the idea of driving? Do you occasionally enjoy it, but mostly you want to be on your phone? Because that's usually the case that I'm finding, is that, like, I haven't met a single person yet who says that they enjoy driving while simultaneously not only hates traffic, hates dealing with stupid drivers, but also doesn't really want to drive. They would rather be talking to their friends on their phone. They would rather be playing video games. What would you rather do? Would you rather watch a movie or drive for 2 hours to your friend's house? I would rather watch a movie. And most people would. And just to drive the point home, if I had a teleporter and I were to say to you, we're going to go to our friend's house. He's an hour away. You can get in this teleporter and be transported there instantly, or you could drive because you love driving so much that you want to sit in a car and dodge morons on a highway so that you for the sentiment of being able to fucking what I don't know what it is. Why do you want to drive so badly? That the worry and the fear. The other aspect too is the fear of how dangerous is it, and we trust these robots, and I don't trust these goddamn robots fucking driving my car, and they're saying this on their phone on Facebook, just after checking their online banking, and just the contradiction of it all is just bittersweet. But that's mostly what it is. It's contradicting. It's a contradiction. Makes no sense. People are attached to the idea of it, and you get it a lot here in Michigan because it's nothing but car culture, and it's extra annoying because here in Michigan it's sort of commonplace that I've found it's commonplace that people drive under the speed limit except for the closer you get to Detroit. The closer you get to I can't even fucking say it. The closer you get to Detroit, the more insane people drive because there's just no cops anywhere. But once you get further out from Detroit, people in general drive 15 miles an hour under the speed limit. And the paranoia is tangible. And actually thinking about it, the more I drive around in Michigan, the more I start to see why. And that's because, you never know really what to do until it's upon you. And so you have a lot of aspects of the road where oh shit, there was your turn, and there it goes, and there was the sign at the very last second. Or what they like to do in Michigan is they like to put their signs behind trees, or more importantly, they like to plant their trees in front of signs and under electric poles, so that over the years the tree slowly grows and obscures the sign and takes out the electric pole the next time the wind blows, and so it just creates this general air of paranoia and uncertainty when it comes to driving, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. I would rather get in my car and be on my phone or watch a movie or play a video game and just get to where I'm going and not have to worry about it. And computers and AI, they're going to do that for us, and just accept it because it's coming. No one really believes that you like driving because you don't act like you like driving. You act like you're putting up with it, and you're just attached to the sentiment of it, and you're really just afraid of change. That's really what it is. Because it's safer, statistically safer, when people complain about worrying about the safety of it, and they're doing this in their car and texting, I'm worried about the safety of self-driving cars. It's how can we trust these computers to make decisions for us? It's already safer, and it's only going to get more safe as time goes. And so that's all I have to say about self-driving cars.